Hello, everybody. This is VEX Warfield, and I'd like to just chat a little bit about the stuff going on today. Now, in today's day and age, I wanted to let me do it like this. See, I was sitting around and I was listening to some stuff online and taking in and absorbing stuff that's going on, and it's got me to realize that a lot of people are really clueless. Well, I mean, I didn't just realize that, but you know what I'm saying. I'm kind of coming to a separate little thing here. Hey, Panther, how you doing? Good girl. All right. Made me lose track. Good job. Anyway, I was thinking that a lot of people are not prepared to take on anything other than their own emotional responses. And I said that wrong. Uh, they have no idea how to take care of their own emotional response or keep it under wraps so they can think logically. And that's a problem. That's a big problem because they're going to fall apart. They're going to fall apart and they're going to expect somebody else to help pick up the pieces. And that would be, well, people like me, people who thought ahead, people who prepared for the worst and hoped for the best, people that know how to plant a garden, people that know that meat does not come from the damn supermarket. And the people that don't know how to open up a damn can, don't know how to use a can opener, a manual one by then. And if you don't have one of those, you need to get one. We're going to be losing electricity, if not altogether, then in blackouts, saving energy because we're running low, that type of thing. Anything that the government can put a lever on that they could pull whenever they want. Or, who knows, maybe it'll be Antifa, those little bitches going around and destroying our power grid little by little. It could be a number of different things. Hell, it could be every one of those things at once. What are you going to do when the lights are out? And there's no phone. You don't have that little computer sitting in front of you or up against your ear because it's dead. It's just a piece of junk now because it'll never work again. And you got to worry about what? Is your Uber Eats going to show up? Self-sufficiency is something that everybody should be able to do. Take care of your damn self. And the fact that people, hey, what's up, Tyler? Yeah. Oh, I forgot to get the link. Thanks for reminding me of that. Here we go. I mean, think about this. Do you need medications? Do you? If you do, you better have a good supply or know how to get a good supply of it. And you won't be able to order it on your phone. All right, this is the link to join me in StreamYard. Hey, what's up, Ricky? Yeah, you fell into the ghetto. Now you're never getting out. But yeah, I'm more or less talking about preparedness and what people are not prepared for. And basically, I'm saying if the lights go out, or if it's EMP, if it's Antifa types going in and blowing up transformers, if it's fires, if it's because about everything's going to hit us here soon. So you have to be prepared. How much water do you have on tap? Or not even on tap. How much do you have bottled up waiting? I got cases upon cases for myself. I have cases upon cases of canned food. I got. I'm ready to go. And the thing about it is, I'm also ready to move with all my gear. Are you guys? Because if you're not, and you haven't even considered it, you're in big fucking trouble. And you're going to be looking for people to save your ass, and you're going to go right into the freaking UN's arms. Because as soon as we start having problems, you know the demonic party's going to be wanting to march those fuckers right on in and take over. There you go. 10,000 gallons. That's the way to be. 6 to 8 months. There you go for 2 people. That's minimum. If I had what I wanted, I would have a complete bedroom filled with gear. And I'm not talking about, guns. I'm talking about food and the dreaded toilet paper. Not to mention cases upon cases of water. I can last for approximately 6 to 8 months myself with what I got here. And that would be with 2 people. So I don't say this because, hey, Ray jumps in out of nowhere. Right.
What's going on, Vex?
Hey, what kind of stuff do you have for preparedness?
Me?
Yep.
A bottle of Jack and a Bible.
Oh boy, you're in trouble. You're the reason I'm doing this show before Chase.
No, I'm really pissed off right now. So
About what?
these mask laws are ridiculous. You have no idea. Maybe you do, but what in the hell is going on, man?
It's control. What are they ticketing people?
I literally saw an employee fight his own employee.
An employer fight an employee?
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me. Yeah, that's not surprising. So what happened?
Over a mask.
Well, one of them didn't want to wear it?
Yeah, pretty much. But the dude that was yelling at him didn't have a mask on.
That makes a lot of sense.
He told me I'm not wearing a mask because I have to talk to customers. I'm like, okay.
It doesn't make any damn sense.
No, it doesn't. Pissing me the fuck off.
You should have been pissed off when it first started.
Oh, I got kicked out of the store. Some black dude's like, I'm about to jump over the counter right fucking now.
Yeah, see, that was one of the things that just the channel was talking about. Are you wearing your mask type of thing? And I'm like, no, I haven't worn a mask since the beginning.
No. Oh, man, they're enforcing it hard.
Are they ticketing?
Not till tomorrow.
Oh, but they'll be ticketing. Will they be arresting people?
I would assume so, yeah.
Well, that's tyranny. They're arresting people, and you can actually overturn it. Me personally, if I get ticketed for something like that, I'm going to throw it on the ground and piss on it.
Well, my thing is that they never specified where you have to wear it.
They leave it vague on purpose.
Well, that's why I might do some dirtiness and sue the shit out of them. 'Cause I'm tired of that shit. So tired of it.
Yeah, many people are. A lot of protests happening today.
Yeah, I saw. I just got out of work. That's why I came. Oh, I was trying to get some gas and a 40 ounce, and shit did not fly well.
So you dry still?
No, I got my 40 ounce now, but
sounds like he dropped his phone.
my bad. Yep, drop my phone.
Yeah, dude.
Is Chase going live or what?
I assume so. I
know
basically.
he's live all day, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I assume he will be, but that's no guarantee. I was just going live, before him.
Fruit and Gale went live. Chase went live about 2 times, I think.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
Right on.
Yeah, I'm so fed up with this shit. God.
Well, I just watched a little bit
Missouri?
of Leo. It's still the same. He's maintaining the fucking retarded governor I have. Parson, for anybody who's watching from Missouri, that son of a bitch. I didn't vote for him. Nobody else did. He assumed the position, and he doesn't belong there.
Hey, man, just pray we don't have Justin Trudeau. What the hell is that about?
I would almost rather have that, because then I know shit would kick off.
Yeah, but Canada's a type of pacified country.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, eh?
But that's
Let me wear
crazy.
my mask, eh? Here's my AR, eh?
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I'd be so freaking angered. I mean, I don't even think. Oh, what would you do if that happened?
If they came to my house?
No, if let's say Hillary Clinton won, and she goes, effective right immediately, all 1,500 quote unquote assault weapons are banned.
Then I would do this.
There you go, brother.
Because they can't tell me that.
I would get my assault van.
And if they started doing roundups and shit like that, I'd get my shit and I'd head for the sticks with as many people as I could. With as much.
So crazy though. That's so like no vote. That's fucked up.
Well, of course not. They don't give a shit. I've been saying this for days. Anytime that anybody can hear me, they don't give a flying fuck about us. We're experiments. We're monkeys in a fucking cage, and we've caged ourselves. Well, tell them that.
I'll show them that.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
the way they look at us.
About it, that's so crazy that he went out today and just did that. What the fuck? So
Dude,
obviously this whole virus is it's not real, or kind of real, but not serious.
Yeah, that just adds to the confusion too.
So, yeah, sorry about my ranting and raving. I'm just pissed off.
I didn't know you started ranting.
Oh. Is that sarcasm?
No, actually. You just sounded to me like you were talking.
I get physically mad. So
it's like it doesn't translate well over a microphone.
That's true. Well, you kind of, Alex Jones has it, but you kind of have that tone when you get pissed off.
That's true. I've been told many times that I scare the fuck out of people when I get mad just because of the way I talk, because pretty much filters kind of jump out the window.
What you sound like is the dude from what's that old 60s show where they have the intro? Not Twilight Zone. What's it? Alfred Hitchcock.
Alfred Hitchcock.
That's a good thing, though.
Let me tell you. I don't know how he sounds, actually, so I was going to try and do a voice, but that ain't going to work. Yeah, if you're not pissed off, you're cold-hearted and you have no feelings.
I'm too nice, I guess.
Get over it.
I'm not nice in public, but I'm nice over the CIA listening to me.
Don't start.
I didn't say a word.
Yeah, if I was CIA, I'd probably have more money because I'd be crooked.
Man, I see your car behind me.
You better be driving good.
I'm not. But
You better shape up, mister. Get in trouble.
yeah. Nah, I've never been in trouble with the law. So
Are you sure?
according to my memory, so I've been fucked with, that's for sure.
Yeah, who hasn't?
Oh, you have no idea.
Yeah.
They took my shoes, man.
Yeah,
Never got them back.
I thought you said you didn't get in trouble.
I've been in a cell. I never got in trouble though.
Oh. Well, that would be in trouble when you go to a cell.
Well, weed's not a. Never mind. Let's not go there.
Bad memories. Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yeah, well. So, well, hell, you're a piss poor person to talk to about preparedness.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not prepared at all. I bought a bunch of knives. That's about it.
Hey, Jen, welcome. Jen, you going to jump up here on mic with us?
Come on, Jen. Jenny.
Jenny. Need to get some female perspective.
Do we have to?
What?
Nothing.
I don't think Raymond's a good,
Dude,
front
I'm
man
so
for the women.
unprepared, it's not funny.
So, what's your plan? What if shit goes wrong right now?
I told
Your
you.
car
heading-
stops running.
I'm heading to your house. I told you that. I think about.
How you gonna get there?
What?
How you gonna get there?
I got a car.
What if it's not running?
I was running.
No. What if it doesn't run?
I got a motorcycle.
No. What if it doesn't run? I'm trying to tell you. What if we get hit with EMP or coronal mass ejection?
All that fucked.
That's what I'm saying. You have to think about that type of stuff. Me, I know personally, I could probably get my truck running just because it's a stick.
Well, I have a 67 Mustang. I don't know how long the gas will last, but
67 Mustang is better to have because it's an older vehicle and able to withstand the EMP. Plus, the body style. Well, yeah. Plus, the body style itself is more metal, so it acts like an EMP Faraday cage.
There you go. I'm headed.
Now, what you need now, in order to prepare for this, you need to get a car battery fully charged and set it off by itself, so it's not hooked up to any wires, so that you have a battery to put in it when you need it, and you might need an extra solenoid.
So, like I said, I'm fucked.
Solenoids are cheap. Batteries are relatively cheap. You can get both.
No, I know that, but I don't have that. But I guess I'm going to the store tomorrow.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm giving you suggestions on how you could actually further, your survival.
I'm not really worried about that right now.
How much food do you have at your house? In general.
I got cans of soup galore, brother.
Right on. That's excellent. Cans of soup keep well, and they're fairly, I guess, nutritious. They'll keep you alive at any rate.
Not with the salt content, but
Well, as long as you treat your body well, then you don't have to worry about the salt content too much. As long as you're not like, oh. But yeah, there's another thing. What, any medical type stuff that you'll have to take care of? In general, you don't have to go into detail or anything.
Probably, yeah. So I'm kind of fucked.
All right. So one of the things that I would have been worried about.
Just pills.
Oh yeah. What type of pills? In general, don't have to tell me the brand or what they are. Just like blood pressure type stuff, or.
I'd rather not go into detail about that. But
good enough.
let's just say I screwed myself over when I was young
Gotcha.
with drugs. So
Gotcha.
I'm kind of on,
All
let's just
right. Well,
say
that
diuretics. Or what do they call them?
okay.
Diuretics?
Well,
Like
well,
for most
you have to
society.
think about that. It's something that you will take long term, right?
Um, they say I should,
Okay. So it's
but
something that you maybe should think about. What if you can't get a hold of any new stuff anymore? Can you get a backlog of any type of medications, so you have it on hand that you don't touch?
I don't know how that works, to be honest.
You would go to your doctor and say, "Hey, I want to have some extra around just in case power goes out and stores are closed." Stuff like that.
Oh, I don't
Give them
think
the
it's I don't think it's that serious. So
okay. Well, that's good. So you could
yeah,
actually do without it.
yeah, I guess so. As long as I don't eat a lot of salt, but hence
Ah,
the canned soup.
well, soups have a lot of salt in
So,
them.
oh, I got low sodium, but
Ah, awesome.
as long as I
See,
don't drink, I should be good.
there you go. Now, see, that's actually, hey, Miss Red Badger, how you doing? Um, yeah, see, that's actually good forethought there. You thought ahead. You said, I have a deal with salt, so I'm going to get specific stuff geared towards that. And you have a stockpile of it. That's good. You're prepared.
There you go.
Now, what about water? You can't drink alcohol or soda all the time because that's dehydrating.
I don't. You know what? The only thing I drink is alcohol or water.
Well, you should drink more water, that's for sure, especially if you drink alcohol steadily.
Hey, now
Oh, no, that's just facts, brother.
I gotta have one bottle in the car if I'm gonna go out like a motherfucker.
I'm not saying not to have alcohol because, if nothing else, that shit's going to be
No, I'm
good
just messing
trade
around.
stuff. Right.
I do like tobacco, but only if I roll it myself.
Yeah, tobacco will be a kind of a detriment during a survival situation, so I'll be ended up quitting smoking real quick.
You should probably just quit overall.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I
Yeah,
think in
it's
that
kind of tough.
in that type of situation, I'll be concerned with other things, and I know as long as I'm busy, I won't think about smoking, so it'll actually be more healthy for me to
You're
go
what,
into a
48?
shit hits the fan. Huh?
You're 48, right?
Yeah.
No, you're fine.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Doc.
That's my prep.
That is my uneducated opinion.
Nah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. I'm just trying to encourage everybody to get prepared.
I do too. I just right now I can't afford it because every freaking job they send me to closes down in a week. So I'm kind
But
of
you ain't got your
fucked.
government check?
I don't even want the government check, man.
Well, use it and buy shit. Like a
I'm
whole
gonna buy a
fuckload of
fucking
water.
gun.
Yeah. And ammo. Don't forget ammo.
Yeah,
And you're going to need a gun cleaning kit because you don't want no dirty gun.
yeah. I bought one of those. What are they called? The AR-15s, the little
Yeah.
survival kit.
Oh, yeah?
I think that's what they're called, right?
I'm not sure. I don't know what you got.
I don't know. It's at the house.
So it's like a survival kit then?
Yeah, it's kind of more like where you're in nature and something happens, you got a gun on you.
Yeah. So a backpack weapon?
Pretty much.
That's not bad. That's something.
It's better than nothing.
Hell, I would consider even slingshots because those things can be fairly devastating. And it's cheap.
Yeah, slingshots. I got my ass beat by a slingshot one time.
Yeah. I've been
My
hit
brother
quite
was
a
a
few
dick.
times.
And more, well, I live in a big city. You kind of live outside.
I
I
can't hear
always
you. You're
watch
muffled.
what's his name? I can't remember the channel.
I can't hear you because you're muffled half the time.
I'm always muffled. God damn it.
Well, you're talking normally now, but it actually seemed like somebody put their hand over the mic.
I watch a channel on YouTube. I think it's something prepper. But he does like a city one. That's pretty good. Like
Yeah,
if you're
there's several. There's several decent
suburbs.
prepper channels.
Yeah, I got my shit mapped out.
So, yeah, it looks like Raymond's plan is to throw everything into his Mustang and come to my
VEX.
house.
Hell yeah.
I could just see Raymond driving around Jeff City just yelling out the word VEX.
Warlord. Warlord. Or Warfield. Whatever it is.
Warfield.
There you go.
Jeez. Way to screw up my brand name.
Well, I always call you a lord. Relax.
Yeah. I can't stress how much people need to think about certain things like, simple as getting from one place to another. What happens if your vehicle doesn't? Hey, hippies, how you doing? What happens if you don't? Your vehicle's not working, and you're hoofing it, and how you going to carry all that gear on your back? Without a vehicle,
Gotta work out.
you better work out because you're going to be carrying about 1,000 pounds worth of shit because all them cans are going to.
Oh, go ahead.
Huh?
Sorry.
I was going to say all those cans you got are going to weigh an awful lot.
Well, I ain't taking that with me. I got you.
How long do you think it's going to take you to walk here?
I got a car.
If the car doesn't work.
Well, shit. That's about
Weeks.
yeah. It's a 7-hour drive. Not even longer. Yeah.
Not to mention, you're not going to be able to do a straight line.
I'll decide that.
Yeah, all right. If shit hits the fan,
Well, I
everybody.
think the southern I go in Illinois.
What's that?
Don't rely on me. Said if shit hits the fan, don't rely on me.
Well, just so everybody knows, I'm going to wait for approximately a month where I am, and then I'm heading south. Whether you're here or not.
There you go. So I got
Welcome,
30 days
Ricky.
to walk there.
What up? Good evening, Ray.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
It's that guy. Last Scout Radio. Welcome.
It's the Kool-Aid man.
Yes. Everything's going to go south from here on in.
Well, everybody knows how close we are to a collapse of all kinds of different things.
Oh, yeah.
So, and the fact, actually, what? Ray?
What?
I hate it when he does that. He starts saying something, I pause, and then he stops talking. Get your shit together.
I can't.
You... So what you got to say, Ricky?
Oh, I have to agree with you about being prepared. And one of the main things I've always said is if you're in a city and you start leaving or trying to leave the city, well, the thing is so is everybody else, and
True.
it's too late.
Yeah.
Good example is Hurricane Katrina that hit Louisiana, and everybody starts leaving town. How did that go?
Exactly.
Way to boost my morale.
No, it's
Let's say, well, if we have vehicles, then it's going to be traffic jams on the road, obviously.
Right.
But, for my area, it's not as bad. Just for one simple fact, I know how to drive through different properties and stuff like that to bypass the roads.
Sure, like everybody else.
God damn.
No. Actually, these are little known areas. private owners own the land, won't let nobody through there. But if shit hits the fan, I'm going through there and going through there fast.
Yeah, coming through.
Yep. And if I'm on foot, I'm still going through there. I just have to take it slower.
Okay, so another thing to think about is how far are you going to get on one tank of gas or however much you have in your vehicle, because here's the deal. If it's an EMP and there is no power, or if in a hurricane situation there is no power, that means there is no pumping fuel. Fuel are underground and underground tanks. And then one of the things you should have in your vehicle, and I'm telling you this from experience, is an electric fuel pump, not for the vehicle, but
I got a manual pump.
Well, an electric fuel pump that you can drop a hose down into these underground tanks and pump gas into your car.
Yeah, I got a hand pump that I carry in my vehicle, and
there you go.
Extra hose. And I also know that where I need to get to takes exactly a half a tank of gas, so I will have a half a tank of gas when I get there.
There you go. Anyway, things to think about.
Absolutely.
Are you saying I should buy a horse?
Buy a what?
A horse.
Yeah. Make sure you have a place for it to graze.
Yeah, and
like
if you
that
buy
good
a horse and you live in the winter, expect a big hay bill every year. So
yeah, one of the other things I have also thought about is I have my roommate has access to a school bus, so we're gonna use that also. I don't know the mileage on the, as far as the gas goes on the bus, but we'll ride it until it dies.
4 gallons. I mean,
are
4
they all
miles
diesel?
per gallon.
No, well, actually, that's a good question.
12 maybe if it's a good diesel.
Yeah.
Something like that. Things to think about, man, and we should all be thinking about it.
Absolutely. If you're not prepared to basically stay in your house, I mean, if anybody should have recognized this, then they should have during this little hype session that we've been going through, is that you should have shit at your house, and you shouldn't be panicking and running out. Raymond, what are you doing?
He's driving, and it's...
Oh, am I loud?
Yeah, you're clicking like constantly.
Oh, my bad, guys. I'll shut off my mic.
Right on,
You're
dude.
fine.
Yeah, I'm driving on the highway.
Right on.
Yeah, the clicking is actually sounds like he's going through cell waves. Click, click, something.
It just sounded to me like he was holding his phone and tapping it. But yeah, I think preparedness is one of those things that everybody needs to consider, especially now that stores are starting to get, thinner and thinner. And they're not going to have all the stuff. Yeah, bugging in, exactly. This is what we would call bugging in, outside of the fact that we're running to the store still. People are going and wanting to buy potato chips instead of, canned goods. And quite honestly, that's just dumb. Oh, I gotta have my potato chips.
You better learn how to make potato chips, is all I can say.
I know how to do that. I'm gonna take potatoes with me, and wherever I stop, I'm gonna plant them.
Oh my God, Mr. Potato Seed.
Exactly. I'm gonna plant potatoes and tomatoes. And carrots, hopefully.
Yeah, prudent girl, that's exactly it. Also, if you're in a city, you need to figure out a storage situation for water. Water is pumped. You should have probably on hand at any given time at least 1,000 gallons. You know, maybe 700 gallons. Get a couple of them square container units and, you know, put them in the backyard and cover them up so the sunlight don't get to them, and fill them up with water, because you never know when it's going to happen. And you can rotate that water by siphoning out of those and filling them back up. Just kind of keep reusing them. Water's a very stable animal as long as you keep the sun away from it.
Yep, and
Good
as
job.
far as rotating them out, you can basically, if you have a garden of some sort or anything like that, you could use the water for the gardening to rotate them out, so you don't waste anything.
Absolutely.
Or you can transfer it, or transfer it to bathing water.
Sure. Summer months, run it through a black pipe, take showers outside. Your neighbors will love that.
Yeah, you got shower curtains. It's not too hard to rig up a real quick shower.
Nah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it.
What's a shower curtain?
Right.
Oh God. Really? Let me guess, you have plastic doors on your shower. Shit.
Yeah. Definitely water is going to be your number one issue.
All right.
You can live without food for a while, but you're going to dry up. You better have some lotion. Anyway, go ahead.
One of the things that everybody should start looking into, Ray, if you're listening still, is making water filters. You can do it with the stuff outside: gravel, sand, grass, charcoal. Put that all in there in different stages from biggest to smallest. That's generally how I remember
you're
it.
right. You're right. Big to small. Yeah.
Yeah. You want the biggest stuff on the bottom.
No,
biggest stuff on the top.
Right.
So that you're pouring it over the big rocks. And it goes into the sand and into the charcoal and into the grass, and you can use a shirt to funnel most of the stuff out.
Water is a huge issue. I used to work for the water company in Wyoming. We worked for the oil wells. We went out to their pits and took everything out of those pits and turned it back into water and gave it back to them. Cheaper than they were paying the farmers.
Yeah.
And all water is H2O. But water gets other particles in it, other contaminants, and that's why it turns color. And you can have crystal clear water and still be contaminated, and not even know it.
All right, I just pulled this up. I'm gonna throw it in StreamYard.
You're gonna make me get up, lean forward in my chair, Dad.
Well, you probably already know this, don't you? It's filtering, components for filtering.
Let me pop out chat.
Yeah, that doesn't look big enough. Damn it.
Zoom.
It's a web page. I can't zoom it.
Oh. Yeah, you can.
How?
Click in your address bar and you have options, or click to the right and you have three dots and you have options. Go to zoom, zoom in, zoom out.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, maybe I can do it this way. There we go.
There's a way. What happened to Ray?
He
dropped. Fall off and bump his head again.
You can also write small.
You can right click, save picture as.
Where at?
Okay.
Where are you talking about doing this at?
Right in the middle of the picture, right click.
All right, right in the middle of the picture, right click.
You should get options.
Now, open image, new tab, save image as, copy image address.
Save image as.
Oh, and then throw it in my thing and then blow it up that way.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Pain in the ass.
Yeah.
You should be able to just zoom in.
All right, I'll throw this back down. And then go in there.
Here, put the link in the chat room.
Well, I already got rid of it, damn it.
See how you are?
I heard that.
Welcome. Welcome back, Raymond.
Well, Raymond, good to see you back over here hanging out.
I heard what you said. Yeah, I fell, maybe.
Bump your head, buddy.
I fall every day, you know. Actually, my phone might die, so if I fall out again, I'll be back. If you guys...
If we lose you,
We'll pray for your soul.
aliens.
And he's going robot.
If you lose me, I was killed by Hillary.
What do you know?
You know, somehow I can believe that. Holy crap.
Speaking of holy
Yeah.
crap, I can't find the damn picture. What the fuck is Ray doing now?
He has gone totally weird.
That's not even a robot sound anymore.
No. That's something you get on single sideband on the radio, and you have to tune it in.
All
right, got you, buddy.
Already listening to the sounds of the sun.
Right. There's some asteroid out there.
Wow, this picture I just downloaded is just disappeared.
Look in my pictures or my downloads.
Yes, I know. It's not
helping.
here. I mean, look in my pictures is kind of, duh.
Look at the bottom left-hand corner of the tab.
I placed it in my pictures. So.
Well, it's there somewhere. It might be little bitty, but it's there.
Wait. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Fucking hell. All right, now enhance.
Helping you out, buddy.
Yeah, I'm expressing the frustration for myself, not for you.
I understand. Kind of like what Ray's going through right now.
Yep. All right, now we're ready to try this again.
Yeah, I went and got a hoe. And I was out there digging around my apple trees and stuff, and she was a redhead, and she got pissed off at me, man. Stood up, turned around, and whooped my ass.
Yeah, that's what I first thought.
I figured. Now I can see it.
All right, we got activated charcoal, gravel. All right, gravel, activated charcoal, sand. And they don't have anything else. You're supposed to have more components than that. But they do use a coffee filter.
Oh, he ain't gonna get much water like that.
Yeah, that's like a little bitty thing.
Yeah.
And putting it in a jar? Right. Oh no, he's gonna put it in a bottle and let it funnel through. Got it.
Oh. Well, I ain't hanging out with that guy because he ain't gonna have very much water.
Hell no. Hell, the shirt would go on top, so you pour in the water through the shirt, and then it'll end up going through the filter last.
Yep. And then once you get it out, depending on where you got the water, you're gonna have to you're gonna have to add something to it. Depending on the amount, I had a cup of chlorine, to my big tank when it's empty. It has a layer in there. And then I fill it up and use it. It ain't going to hurt me. 4,000 gallons.
So, okay, if we can talk about a, oh, damn, I forget the name they call it. Basically the solar still type of setup for water.
Yes.
Yeah, solar
Yep.
still.
You want me to pull up some of that?
Yeah.
All right. Because the solar still is actually the way to go. Because you can put mud in there and get clean water.
Right. You can put salt water in there and get clean water. So
That is correct.
That's one of those things you can do on the go too, and it doesn't take much. You can pretty much do it with trash.
Yeah, these are some... Oh, there's a still. Copper moonshine still. Well, well, well. Let's see if I can pull up an image here. Okay, so I've got a bathtub liner. It's fiberglass. Not a bathtub, but a shower liner. It's fiberglass, and I think it's 32 by 32, and it's square. Well, come on. Let me get my screen share thing going here. Hope we're not boring you guys in chat. Oh, Jack showed up.
Hey, Rebel. Welcome. Yeah, we're talking about preparedness, and one of the most important things that we need to prepare for is water. How are you going to make it when you're on the run or out in the middle of nowhere? Well, we've come up with, of course, the filtering it through sand, gravel, charcoal. You can even use grass with it, using a shirt, pouring it through, and hopefully you would have a coffee filter or something like that that you can carry with you. How reusable do you think coffee filters are? I'm actually asking that question.
Don't share the screen yet, but I'm putting it on in there.
Okay, tell me when.
Actually, if you think about it, you're taking a pile of dirty old coffee, and you're putting it in this filter, and you're pouring water through it, and what are you getting out of it? Dirty old coffee.
Yeah.
You know, so in my opinion, not very effective.
No.
For large particles, yes, like the size of coffee grounds, etc., etc. But as far as your TDS, which is total dissolved solids, things you can't see, you need to be able to filter everything out of there. You think, I mean, you can take, like I say, you can pour some dirty water on gravel and sand and charcoal, and it'll come out fairly clean. And then you're gonna have to add to that, bless you. You know, depending on the size and length of your filter, and depending on the amount of particles in the water. So there's like there's like some formulas going on there. Like if I got so many TDS in my water, then I need to have a filter, 4 foot 6 and 5/8 inches long, et cetera, with so much sand and everything. But a coffee filter, nah.
Well, I mean, it's better than nothing. That's my view on it.
True.
I personally like to I would rather pour water through several layers of clothing and then through all the other stuff and then another several layers of clothing. That type of thing. I mean, that would be at least something.
See if there's a video here. Listen to this for a second, see what it's about. It's only 3 minutes and 34 seconds.
This here is a little diagram of the solar still. As you can see, this is the ground in this part have to go to that page, don't I? Okay, right over here is where the ground is, and it running there. You want what you're going to collect with to be down here.
Right.
I'm not sure about the tubing because usually, that's not how I was taught.
Well, the solar still that you're seeing there is picking up moisture from the surface. In other words, like if you're at a beach,
Right.
and you dig down in the sand and you make a round thing in the sand, and you put a plastic thing that is going to hover just over the sand, the water is going to run down the plastic and drip into the cup, and then you got a straw to suck it out of the cup. See what's going on there?
Yeah, that tubing's what messed me up because I'm like, why would you leave that there? You just let it collect, and then when it's done, you pull it out of the ground.
Yeah, but you don't want to do that because you don't want to take apart your still every time you want to empty the cup.
Yeah, I guess so. But I'm thinking, I guess, more along, being on the run. So you're not going to stay there. Right on.
Well, you're going to stay there long enough to get some water.
Right, which would be like an overnight thing or during the day thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just depending on how you're traveling. Is yours ready or?
No.
Okay. One of the things I liked about making your own still is you can use if you can get like a cup of water in something that like you can cut a Mountain Dew bottle at the top there, fill it up with say seawater, and then you put it in a fire and let it boil. You cap it with a aluminum foil, something like that. You can make the tubing coming out the top of it, running over to where it would empty into another cup. And basically it boils through and transfers just straight up water over to the other side. That's an excellent way of doing it. If you have access to start a fire.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and stop this.
All right, I'm going to go full screen with this. This is from the Discovery Channel. This is a basic out there in the middle. What the hell is he doing with the duct tape? My God, this is 2 minutes, 20 seconds long. And let me start it over. And I will mute. Make a big screen. And roll tape.
This freshwater from saltwater idea is rooted in reality.
I found water.
He's going to build a device called a solar still, which is considerably more complicated than finding salty water in a sandy hole.
A solar still uses the sun's rays and condensation to collect water.
And here's how. The hole I've dug is deep enough that it's wet with salt water. Now at the bottom I'll place a collection cup that I've made from duct tape. And above the hole I'm going to put some clear plastic sheeting. The hot sun shines through that and evaporates the water from the sand, leaving the salt behind. The water vapor then condenses on the cool inside of the plastic surface and drips down into the cup as pure drinkable water.
That's the theory, at least. Let's see how well it works.
Well, having made his well
That's a big wet hole.
and taped up a collection cup,
Well, there it is. Guarantee it's waterproof.
all that's missing is the clear plastic overshoot. And for that, Jamie is bending the duct tape rules.
I'm making a duct tape spider web as a framework with which to hold together this stuff, shrink wrap. Now, I know what you're saying, it's not duct tape, so why are we using it? Well, it did come on the duct tape pallet. I don't know what I'm gonna use this stuff for, but I bet you it's gonna come in real handy. And, it's survival. We've got to use everything at our disposal. The thing is that all these little pieces don't really help us so much, but once they're held together into one big sheet, we're golden. There we go. Hopefully I didn't use more water making it than it'll make for me.
The last step is to carefully position the sheet over the hole.
There we go, that's the ticket.
And almost immediately, there are encouraging signs.
All that fog that you can already see forming on the underside of the plastic is what this is all about. It's picking up the moisture from the damp sand, which is evaporating, collecting on the plastic, and eventually those will form larger and larger droplets, which will run downhill into my collection container. Now we just have to wait.
There you go.
Pretty basic,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
and that was really crude. You know, the way he did that.
But effective.
Hey,
I mean, anything that works.
what's going on down here? 8 watching, 6 thumbs up. What's up with you guys?
Oh, somebody's
Getting
slacking.
it?
Thumb, smash it. Thumb it, smash it. Thank you.
Also, like, share with
Yeah.
people. Something else is VEX. Put all your videos into what's it called, playlist. And here's the reason. Okay, I can go to your videos. I can go to your YouTube. I can go to your videos and I can click play all. I don't have to watch them. But I can play all of them, and what happens is I'm building up your total listener hours. You're going to need that in the end. You're going to need like 10,000 hours or some crazy thing.
For what?
For the future, to be monetized, and you know.
No, I'm not worried about the future monetization. Because as far as I'm concerned, the internet's going to be fucking slow leaked and all that shit. So I'm not going to have access to it anyway.
You never know. All right, I lost chat. Here it is. Have we missed anything?
Yeah, I believe everything's up to speed. But yeah, one of the next ones I want to look up is our show is doing. I don't know what it's called exactly. I guess it's just called a still, but basically you're doing the same thing and collecting water, but you're doing it with, say, a campfire. You're putting a cup in the fire, so it basically evaporates and then condenses into another cup.
Right.
But I don't know what that's called. I know how to do it. I've done it before, but I don't know what it's called.
That would be like, you know, producing steam. Same thing. You know, definitely
Hey,
same
Nate.
thing. I've done it.
Hey, Nate, how you doing, man?
Nate, too good.
And Raymond's
In the
back.
house. There it
Our
is.
Raw
Distillation.
5 Yamand. Welcome, Raw 5 Yamand. You're muted.
Yeah, I was all high when I made that one.
So it could have been any time.
That's true.
Distillation. Thank you, Nate. Awesome.
Yeah. Distillation.
So I should put distillation of what? Salt water or some shit?
Water, period. Any water.
I'm talking for a search.
What the fuck?
You be more specific, Ray.
What? He leaves. Okay, you can put this video up there anytime you want. It's just video, no audio.
Right on. All right. Something to play in the background. Oh,
Yeah.
Is this guy finding water?
he's gonna make a still. It's a 9-minute long video, so it's gonna be a pretty big one.
Gotcha.
Should be interesting. Percolator. That's correct. All the crap stays in the original vessel, and all the H2O either moves or collects. See, that's what I look like today with the hoe.
Well, the one thing that I'm trying to explain, it can be easily visualized by your stovetop pan, a metal funnel, we'll just say, hooked to a hose that drips into another container. Because you can fill that original pan on the stove with water, cap it off with a lid that has a hole in the top of it, which you can basically get the water to come through that out into another container.
Vessel, right. Yes, sir. I'm going to make a solar still with my shower insert.
Excellent. You should
video
it.
Yeah. I already know where I'm going to put it. I was going to say I don't know where I'd put it, but you know what? I've got a 4,000 gallon tank that is kind of down on a hill, and what I'll do is I'll get that solar still going, and I'll start just feeding that tank, see what I get.
Right. Yeah, dude, you should be able to fill it right up.
Hell yeah, as long as I put water in there.
All right, I found a decent diagram.
This guy's wearing me out. Ground's getting wet. Look, he's gonna frickin' dehydrate right there, just digging the hole.
Guy works smarter, not harder.
Right. We're gonna come back like, in a couple of weeks, and he's gonna be laying there as a skeleton. Yeah, I'm thinking on a much larger scale than this. Maybe not. This guy made a pretty big one. But that's the tube to get the water out.
Let's see, if you have the materials, you can make several.
Mm-hmm.
And that's important.
Yeah. What the hell is that, a cactus? Or an alligator? It's like an alligator.
A cactus.
It's an alligator cactus. I knew it. Yeah.
Welcome back, man.
Hey, sorry.
Sit still, would you?
I'm on my second phone, so.
Sounding good now.
2 phones, but no prep water.
There's a lot of particulates in rainwater.
Is that a cactus?
Amazing. Yes. He does not like cactus. Kill the cactus.
Take the
peyote.
I didn't mean to throw that up there immediately.
No, that looks good. I'm tired of seeing this guy kill the cactus. Go ahead.
All right. Well, that's the basic one that I was telling you about. It's a good diagram of it. And as you can see, you start with the one fire. It goes up there and collects up there and drips down that tube and collects in the other one. That's a simple way to do it. Now, you can use that in several different materials to do this. I saw a guy do it with a plastic bottle, like a Coke bottle, or actually 2 Coke bottles. He had one clean and one of them had the seawater in it. And he threw the, no, he didn't throw it, but he put the seawater inside the fire and then took a bunch of aluminum foil that was laying around and basically made a tube out of it and capped off the one end. Yeah, if you get inventive, you can find ways to do about anything.
Yep. Just got to use that thinker.
Thanks, Panther.
What did Panther say?
She said the internet went down. Sorry to have the show. I'm
See?
guessing she's sorry that she missed it or something. But she's wishing us well. Yeah, Nate says that you can get a kit like that on eBay.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, man, you don't need to buy a kit. God, act like a millennial.
Hey, man, I'm trying to make some acid.
What?
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 Probably get one of those kits too.
Back to this guy who has obvious materials.
Jellyfish?
Yeah, that's a tarp thing, plastic thing.
I know.
You so funny.
Yeah, I had a 20 by 40 greenhouse. I've told you this before, and it would sweat in the evenings mostly, and in the mornings it would sweat and rain, and a lot of it would run down the inside of the greenhouse to the edges. And I turned the bottom of the plastic. Oh, now he's gonna mess it up. Oh, I'd just laugh like hell if one of them rocks went through. Anyway, just saying. And look at how fast it starts condensing. That's cool.
Yeah, the sun's pretty quick with that shit.
Yeah.
Especially when you
Anyway.
enclose it the way you did with sand.
Yeah.
That's actually a pretty important part of it because you want to enclose it as much as possible. You don't want any gaps so that any air can escape.
Vapor.
Vapor, yes, thank you.
Not to correct you, but
No, I don't mind being corrected. I'd rather know the right way
Vapor.
than the wrong way.
anyway. Yeah, if I could just make my greenhouse make vodka.
Yeah,
Fuck
if you got
yeah.
a greenhouse, you can do it with the greenhouse too.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be a little bit more difficult to collect, but you can do it.
No, not at all. Not at
Right,
all,
just
because
go
it
up to the
runs
wall
down
and
the
use
inside.
Runs down the tube into my throat.
No, that's
Oh, I'd
saying
get
that
it by the gallons.
you go
It
up
would
to the
sweat.
you go up to the side of the greenhouse with a squeegee and squeegee it off into a cup.
Oh, did you
Video's
hear
ending.
that? Yes, I'm trying. I'm hurrying. Thank you.
Nice name this time, Raymond.
You're welcome.
Gotta promote.
Always.
Yeah, Rebel Jack said it, inside gutters. And actually, the plastic that went over the greenhouse was a little long. So what I did is I turned it up on the inside, and it was like inside gutters at the bottom of the greenhouse, and all the water settled in those gutters and ran back down to the tank that's not below ground but below grade.
Well, that's a good idea for bugging in is using your gutters to collect water.
Oh,
Just in general.
Oh, yes. See, I could go out there right now and collect rainwater, and it'd pour right into the big tank with a big tarp.
What?
Yeah.
the-
I've never done that, but
Ow. Mommy. Come on.
Well, it doesn't look like Chase is coming on.
Well, he was out all day.
Rick, can you help him?
He's all
he
tuckered
stuck?
out.
Stuck on me.
I think he's okay.
Thank you.
Hey, this is the first time I've opened up a YouTube page, and my recommended, and I was at the corner. or on the page. So I'm kind of excited about that. I'm live.
Cherish it.
I am. I'm gonna take a screenshot.
Take a shot.
Or at least
I
take a
could.
shot. Yes.
StreamYard's telling me that I don't have much time left.
You want me to take over and
Yes, please.
run this so you save your hours?
Yes, please. Yeah, like I said, I want to try and do like an hour before Chase, and that'll save me on at least a little bit of the time. I have no idea when my time's rolling over, so it restarts. So
Can't you buy time or no?
yes, you can buy time. That's what Ricky has.
Well, if you need a donation, VEX, let me know.
Well, I would require donations every month to pay for it. So
$20
I don't
a
want
month.
to throw that. I don't want to
$20
throw
a
that on
month.
people.
No, we can all do
We
20
can all
bucks
get
a
up
month.
$5.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing.
I have to get a PO box.
No.
No, I know where you live.
Dude,
We'll
You know where we live.
We'll just send it to the CIA, care of VEX.
that'd be fucked up if it got to me.
It
I
would.
said, oh yeah, we know who that guy is, and they're over there.
Yeah, I gotta tell you guys a story. You know, the other day I lost the password to my Skype account, so I got a hold of VEX on Facebook, and I said, "Dude, can you look through my records and get my my password for Skype?" And he said, "Yeah, hold on a minute. Here it is."
That's not what I said. I said you're not. I said you're not authorized to have that information.
Right.
You're banned.
All right, put an ending on put an ending on this, and I'll pull the trigger.
All right, let's see. I'd like to thank everybody for coming, and I appreciate all your inputs. We're going to continue this over to Four Corners Report. I'll see you all there in just a few moments, and I want you all to have some sweet dreams afterwards. Good night. Good luck. See you there.
Thank you, VEX.
Thank you.